Victor's rage, Victoria's alliance, and Diane's demand shake Genoa City. Soap fans, buckle up, because tomorrow's episode of The Young and the Restless is about to deliver the kind of drama that keeps us glued to our screens. If you thought the Newman family had already hit rock bottom, think again. Tuesday, January 13th, 2026 is shaping up to be one of those unforgettable days in Genoa City where alliances shift, tempers flare, and ultimatums threaten to change everything. Let's dive into the spoilers and break down what's coming, because trust me, you'll want to be ready for this roller coaster. Hot flame, Victor Newman's explosive rage. Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, has never been a man to take defeat lightly. He's the kind of patriarch who thrives on control, power, and loyalty. But tomorrow, we'll see Victor pushed to the edge. After losing Newman Enterprises, Victor's fury will erupt in a way that shakes everyone around him. In a preview clip, Cain Ashby, Billy Flynn, stands silently while Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, smugly tells Victor there's nothing he can do about the loss of his company. Can you imagine the look on Victor's face? That trademark glare, the clenched jaw, the storm brewing behind his eyes? It's classic Victor. But here's the thing, Victor never stays down for long. Fans know that when Victor is cornered, he doesn't retreat, he strikes back. And tomorrow's episode hints that bold moves are on the horizon. The question is, how far will Victor go to reclaim what's his? And will his rage push his family closer together or tear them apart even further? Woman's business suit, Victoria and Adam's surprising alliance. Now, here's a twist that longtime viewers will find fascinating. Victoria Newman and Adam Newman have spent years locked in a cycle of mistrust, rivalry, and betrayal. Victoria has often refused to see Adam as anything but a threat, no matter how much good he tried to do. But tomorrow, we'll see something different. For the sake of the family business, Victoria and Adam will finally work together. Yes, you read that right. Siblings who could barely stand to be in the same room are now joining forces to do damage control after the attack on Newman Enterprises. This alliance could be a turning point. Imagine the possibilities. Victoria and Adam bonding over shared responsibility, finding common ground, maybe even building the kind of sibling relationship fans have been craving for years. It's not just about saving Newman Enterprises, it's about healing old wounds. And if they can pull it off, it could reshape the Newman family dynamic in ways we never expected. Broken Heart, Jack Abbott's disappointment, and Diane's ultimatum. Meanwhile, Jack Abbott returns home with news that will crush Diane Jenkins Abbott. Diane had been hoping for a positive update, but Jack has to tell her the truth. There was no deal. Despite bringing Matt Clark to the ranch, Victor still said no. That rejection leaves Jack and Nikki Newman wondering what could possibly be more important to Victor than saving his own family. It's a heartbreaking moment because Jack genuinely wants to help, but Victor's stubbornness makes everything harder. And then comes Diane's breaking point. When Jack suggests that maybe Nikki could get through to Victor, Diane has had enough. She issues an ultimatum, a demand that could put her marriage and her future on the line. Let's be real, Diane has always had issues with Nikki. Their rivalry runs deep, and Jack's loyalty to Nikki has never sat well with Diane. But Jack's bond with Nikki goes back decades, long before Diane entered the picture. That history matters, and Diane needs to understand that Jack's trust in Nikki isn't about betrayal, it's about friendship, respect, and survival. Still, Diane's demand adds another layer of tension. Will Jack stand firm in his loyalty to Nikki, or will Diane's ultimatum force him to choose sides in a battle that could fracture his marriage? Puzzle, Kyle Abbott and the threat to Jabot. Jack won't just be dealing with Diane's frustration. He and Kyle Abbott will also discuss the attack on Newman Enterprises. And here's where things get even scarier. Kyle and Jack worry that Cain and Phyllis might set their sights on Jabot next. The thought of Jabot being targeted sends chills down their spines. For Jack, protecting his company is just as important as protecting his family, and if Victor's enemies are bold enough to go after Newman Enterprises, then Jabot could easily be next in line. This looming threat could force Jack and Victor, two men who have spent years as rivals, to consider working together. Imagine that, Victor and Jack side by side, fighting to protect their empires. It's the kind of uneasy alliance that could change the balance of power in Genoa City forever. Explosive rage. What's next for Victor? Victor may have lost Newman Enterprises, but don't count him out. Spoilers suggest that it won't take long before Victor makes some bold moves to reclaim what's his. Whether it's striking back at Cain and Phyllis, forming new alliances, or pulling strings behind the scenes, Victor is gearing up for a comeback. And let's be honest, Victor without power is like Genoa City without drama. It just doesn't happen. Fans can expect fireworks, schemes, and maybe even shocking partnerships as Victor fights to restore his legacy. Heart emoji, family, loyalty, and betrayal. At the heart of tomorrow's episode are themes that The Young and the Restless has always thrived on: family, loyalty, and betrayal. Victor's rage isn't just about business, it's about pride and protecting his family's name. Victoria's and Adam's alliance shows that even the most fractured relationships can heal when the stakes are high. Jack's loyalty to Nikki proves that some bonds are unbreakable, no matter how much pressure they face. Diane's ultimatum reminds us that love can be messy, demanding, and sometimes painfully complicated. It's these emotional layers that make the show so addictive. We don't just watch for the drama, we watch because these characters feel real. Their struggles mirror our own: pride, forgiveness, trust, and the constant battle between love and ambition. Action board, final thoughts. Tuesday's episode is packed with everything fans crave: rage, alliances, ultimatums, and looming threats. Victor's fury will set the stage for bold moves. Victoria and Adam's alliance could redefine sibling loyalty, and Diane's demand might shake her marriage to its core. And let's not forget the bigger picture. Newman Enterprises may have fallen, but the fight for power in Genoa City is far from over. With Jabot potentially in the crosshairs, Jack and Victor might have no choice but to join forces. So grab your popcorn, settle in, and get ready for an episode that promises to deliver high-stakes drama with emotional punch. Speech bubble. Now it's your turn. What do you think about Victor's rage? Will Victoria and Adam's alliance last, or is it doomed to collapse? And how far will Diane go with her ultimatum? Share your thoughts in the comments below, because tomorrow's episode is one we'll all be talking about.